Good evening. Alberta is under attack once again by international environmental groups.
New ads are running on American television networks asking President Obama to take sides in the dirty oil debate. Fletcher Kent has more now on what that could mean to Alberta.
The Keystone XL pipeline.
A new ad with a similar target.
The dirtiest oil in the world, 2,000 miles across America's heartland.
But this anti-oil sands spot has a different target audience and an influential one.
President Obama, you can stop it.
A coalition of environmental groups are running the ad on American news and political programming, saying the president couldn't stop the last U.S. oil disaster.
But you can prevent the next oil disaster.
The ads focus on the controversial Keystone XL pipeline and through it, the oil sands.
People need to know the truth of the situation.
The Sierra Club is one of the participating environmental groups. They're calling the campaign Fighting Back.
There's a pretty concerted effort, like PR effort on behalf of these companies to greenwash and, to pull the wool over people's eyes that these projects are viable, these projects are safe when they're not.
The province and industry have heard such arguments before.
That's why we have to be vigilant and continue to tell our story and not assume that people already know the story, because there are others that are bound and determined to tell them another one.
But Dr. Peter Silverstone says the story the province is telling won't work.
I think the reality is that unless we as Albertans do something, these campaigns will get worse.
The more people hear the campaigns, the more they believe them. Silverstone wrote The World's Greenest Oil, a book that calls for a royalty regime change that would encourage greener oil. And that's the only way, he says, to protect the environment and industry.
If you can't say our oil is the world's greenest or some other valid, emotionally resonant argument, you're going to lose. Anytime you have an emotional argument against a fact-based argument, the emotional argument wins.
And at the moment, he says, countering these emotional arguments,
threatening the Midwest's most important drinking water source.
Will take some work. Fletcher Kent, Global News.
Environmental groups aren't the only ones pressuring President Obama. More than 24 members of the U.S. Congress are also asking for a new eco-review of the pipeline project.